Thanks for taking the time to watch this training video. I'm excited to be able to spend a few minutes with you and share some tips to help you be more effective as you're using samples here within the UnFranchise marketing app to share with your potential customers. As a reminder, there's 3 different ways that you can share samples within the app. The first share method is the ability for you as an UnFranchise owner to send a sample to an individual through the app where we'll actually ship it for you. The second share method, and that you'll use this feature here, and this is the ability where you can just add a recipient and send a sample, and I'm going to focus the training today on this share method. The second share method is where you can invite a customer to purchase a sample through a sample website. And that's this feature here, where you can just simply share the sample website, they can purchase the sample, and then we'll ship the sample to the contact on your behalf. And the third share method is what we call given in person. So you can purchase a 10-pack from your back office from UnFranchise.com, and once you buy those 10 packs, you can hand deliver those in your local community. Your hair salon stylist, you're at the gym, your neighbor, you're at the grocery store, wherever you're at, and you can use the given in person drip emails and just simply schedule an email sequence to go to those individuals. Just simply enter their email address, and then you can follow with those individuals. So those are really the 3 share methods that you can use. And I'm going to focus the training today on leveraging the ability to send a sample directly through the app to a potential customer. Now, I want to share some tips before we go through the process of actually sending a sample to a contact of how you go about generating potential leads or potential new conversations with people that maybe you haven't had. Maybe you don't have an existing list of people you're going to send a sample to. So I'm going to share just a couple of tips as you go about doing this. And what we've done is we've actually generated a few images that you'll notice here that you can actually utilize as a means of creating curiosity and especially utilizing social media to attract conversations and getting people engaged to want to learn more. And so, for example, this is a great visual here, and I'm just going to quickly preview this, where you can see this little post or this image is meant for you to be able to post on Facebook or Instagram or LinkedIn or any other social media platform. And the intent is that you can offer, hey, I'm giving away 3 free samples, comment below if you want one. So the goal is that you want to, as you're posting this, that you get people commenting in the post, hey, I would love to try a free sample. And what the purpose of the number 3, is basically enabling you to limit your exposure of how many people you're sending a sample to. So this is basically committing yourself to 3 samples that you're going to give away. So if you have, say, 10 people reaching out to you saying, I want to try one of these samples, you can say, hey, I've already given away my first 3 samples, but good news, I can still give you a free sample, just pay the shipping and handling. And in that case, what you're going to do is just simply share your sample website, direct message to those individuals through Facebook Messenger or Instagram direct message, and just simply share this link with them, and so they can still get a free sample. But hey, I've already given away my first 3 samples. And so that's the first thing I'm going to have you do, guys, is to go in and use one of these social media posts. This is one of my favorites, to generate curiosity, to get people coming to you. Another great way of creating a bunch of activity here to get samples out to people is just to simply create a list of contacts that you think would benefit from one of these samples. So, build a list of maybe your top 10 potential customers that you think would benefit from any of these product categories that we offer samples in. And then you can go ahead and just simply create that list and begin to send those out. We see incredible conversion, anywhere between 25 and as high as 40 or even 50% conversion at times. And so when you think about that, you can see some pretty powerful conversion metrics and some really great results as you're doing that. So now we have a list of people. Maybe we have some people that responded to the post that you posted on Facebook or Instagram that are saying, I want to try a sample. How do we go about actually sending that sample to them? One tip before we actually go through the process of actually sending the sample, I'm going to walk you through the process of using this tool right here, what we call request a sample. What this is doing is this allows you to simply request an address from them. So as you share this to a contact, and if I tap share, and you can just simply share, to an individual contact, or copy the link and send it to Facebook Messenger or whatever that might be. What this is doing is this is going to just simply take them to a page that they can just fill out. They can just mark, hey, I want this sample, and they're simply filling in their name, their phone number, and their physical address. Now, this doesn't mean that they've ordered the sample. All that this means is they've given you your address, their address, so that it comes into your contacts on your within the app to send a sample. So that's what this feature does. The request a sample is just simply an address collecting tool. And you'll notice that each one of these categories has the ability for you to be able to receive that address. Now that we've received the address, or you might already have the address, or if you want to just add a contact with the address, you can actually send a sample. What I'm going to do is I'm going to come down here to where it says add recipient. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to come down and just simply select the person I'm going to send it to. Now, one tip that I'll share with you, do you notice how there's a little filter button at the top right? The filter button allows you to actually find the people in your contacts that actually have both an email and a physical address in your phone. So then this will sort all of these contacts are people that technically you could send a sample to. You can also just search for the person that you're going to send it to. In this case, I'm going to send it to myself. It'll verify the address. And then this is now going to just generate the person I'm going to send it to. And now I'm ready to review the order and send it. You can send more than one sample out at a time. So I could add an additional recipient and just do it all in one step. So if I had 3 or 5 or 10 different samples, I could just do them all at once, review the order, and send it. So as you can see, I've already added the recipient. I can now review order, and now I can go ahead and send it. And just simply adding my credit card details, and that will then complete the order. Now, one thing that I'll mention, and that kind of shows you how to do that. One thing that I'll mention is I just want to quickly review the sample experience of what somebody's going to receive upon receiving the sample. So they'll receive a beautifully designed mailer. Inside of the mailer, there's going to be information about the products, the ingredients. There's going to be, little how-to guides and how they go about making the products. You can see that down at the bottom of that. So really beautiful packaging upon receiving it. In addition, they will also receive a letter. The letter is going to be to the recipient from you with your contact information. Inside of that mailer, that letter will sit right on the very top. There will also be a series of emails, and we call those drips. And if you tap on the drip button right there, it'll actually give you the ability to see the day it's ordered, the day it's shipped, and the day it's delivered. You can actually tap and view what those emails say and what the details are. You'll also receive personally, you'll receive notification alerts. Each one of those sequences go out to your contacts. You'll receive reminders to follow up with those individuals. Sometimes those reminders are also going to include prompts to follow up with a text message follow-up. Within each of these follow-up or each of these sample categories, you'll notice that there will be prompts to follow up with text messages. So you'll notice as I scroll down, there'll be little places down here that I can select the item that I'm supposed to follow up with, and you'll be prompted to do so in those sample follow-up text message categories that are right here. All of those are right there for you. As you get prompted to follow up, you can just select which one you're supposed to send and follow up with that individual. So obviously, the more you're following up and staying in touch with those individuals as they're utilizing the products, as they're sampling and experiencing those products during that week, the more likely that they'll actually place an order. So we hope that this was helpful. We encourage you to utilize all 3 share methods of using samples to build your business, and to wish you guys continued success as you're sharing these amazing products with other people and utilizing the sample program that's part of the UnFranchise marketing app.